What's happening, folks? This is Bernardo coming at you with a knife review of the Victorinox Climber. I'll start off with a quick review of the tools, give you my thoughts, let you know what they're used for, and then I will let you know what I think of it and who I think it's for. As you may notice that this one does have my name on it. Quick backstory on that is that when my wife and I were dating, she actually went to Switzerland and brought me this back. So you'll probably think I'm a little biased, and I am a little biased to this knife, especially this one, because there's not too many knives out there that have Bernardo, or for that matter, the name Bernardo. So not a lot of keychains in America, at least, with that name. But nevertheless, you'll find out, I think, that it's a great knife. So let me just give you a quick rundown of what the tools are. So it does have a blade. It's got a little blade, the famous scissors, the bottle opener. I'll get a little deeper into some of the other tools on this, and that was the can opener. This is the actual bottle opener, the corkscrew, utility or partial hook, and the awl. And let's not forget the micro tools as well. So you have a toothpick and little tweezers. I have a little EDC hook on here. You might have noticed as well that doesn't come included. That's just how I like to carry it. The knife's a great joint locking knife. I believe it's a little under 3 inches, so you can carry it in most states in America. It's got a mini knife as well. I think a lot of people don't necessarily like the mini knife and kind of wish there was another tool. But this can be really handy. How I use it is how I think a lot of other people use it, and what they do is they keep this blade really sharp and use it for detail work, or if you just need a really clean blade, and kind of use the main blade as a utility blade and your main blade. They both sharpen really well. Easy to sharpen with any style sharpening you like. The scissors, I think the scissors are probably the #1 tool why most people like Swiss Army knives. It's one of the tools that I look for whenever I buy a Swiss Army knife or a multi-tool in general. They're very capable. I have a little wire here. You can cut. I wouldn't suggest doing this on the regular, but as you can see, it can cut wire really well. It can cut 550 cord as needed. So it's great for any of those tasks. Great for detail work. Some people cut their nails with it. If you are out and about, you can trim off a little piece of hangnail or something that you might have in the office, cutting some paper for whatever reason. It comes in really handy. And I think if anyone has used a pair of Victorinox scissors, they will probably agree with me as well. And then let's go into the can opener. So what's actually kind of nifty about this can opener, and I think not everyone knows about this. At least I've used it before, and in a way, and people were like, "Wow, I didn't know that it did that." But so it's a great can opener. Obviously, I know a lot of people probably don't need a can opener these days, but it is definitely a great can opener. It's also a small Phillips or a small flathead screwdriver. And the other tool that it is it's actually a one-sided Phillips. So here's like a little Phillips, and it is meant to be used like that. I believe this is the #2. So it's very capable. I've used it, you can use it in a pinch. Obviously, a lot of these, like most multi-tools of this size, these tools are more to get you by as opposed to workhorses. But it's very capable. I've been able to drive screw nut all the way down into wood. So it's very capable. Another thing is too, since it is a can opener and I've used it before, is there's a little blade here. So that can be used for different types of tasks. If you need a round blade that's maybe doesn't have a point, that you don't want to puncture something for some reason, you can use that as a blade as well, kind of like as like a little chisel maybe. There's also some other modifications that some guys do to this blade as well. So there's that. You can score some leather or some paper or something. So there's that as well. So it's a multi-tool. So it's not just a can opener. It's got other uses as well. Same thing with the bottle opener. So the bottle opener, I think most people know the bottle opener and the screwdriver. The screwdriver is very capable as well. You can open paint cans with it. Another position that you can have the screwdriver in is the 90-degree position. You can't do that with the can opener and all the other tools, but this will lock like this. Along with the screwdriver and the bottle opener, I have seen people use that as a small scraper or a little pry bar of sorts. Obviously, be gentle. It is like a medium-sized tool, and it is also has a wire stripper. So I don't use this typically, but you can use wire stripping. I've seen it used a few different ways. You can just kind of take your wire and strip it like that. I've seen another way where let me just cut this off really quick. Where you take the wire and you put it in here. I don't use that. I use the other method a little bit more, but I've seen this method as well, where you kind of put it in there and then kind of bring it out. So if you have a lighter, I use the lighter method. I'm sorry, that was the other end, so it was actually this side. So as you can see, it actually worked out great. So it works, so that's another tool that is as well. So it's a wire stripper as well. Let's get to the back. So the wine cork, I think this is a tool that I think a lot of people think are probably obsolete, which I would kind of agree on, but it is handy to use. You do have a little point there for a little hook, for any kind of hooking that you might need, or maybe to get into something, maybe underneath your nail or something or whatever. You can also use this to get into shoelaces or some sort of 550 cord if it's really tight that you're getting into. You can also use this to hold on to stuff if you want, kind of wrap some sort of cordage around there and use that to hold. It's really strong. But that, yeah, I kind of wish Victorinox would come up with a better tool, but I also don't know what else you'd use, and this can be very handy, and some people are really creative with it. So if you look online for some alternative ideas, I bet you'll come up with something that you might find useful. The utility hook. Utility hook's another one of those tools that I think people don't find a whole lot of use for, but I think it's actually great to have. It's a great little tool to pull on things with for whatever you might need. Originally, it used to be to carry parcels, so you would have kind of like a package, and then you would kind of do one of these kind of maneuvers with the package, and you would carry it on. You can still do that if you have a package, with some sort of string, I guess. I've used it for some modern day applications. I've used it recently in my shower. So my shower has one of these little square things that that has a bunch of little grates, and you have to pull the thing out. So I stuck this guy in there and pulled it out. Shoelaces, again, this could be used as a hook to pull shoelaces or to pull something tight. So there's a lot of other creative uses you can use for this as well. Doll's great. It's just like any awl for the most part. It's got a sharp edge, so it's definitely a quality awl. It's got the sewing needle hook. There are guys online that'll show you how to use this. So this is actually a very capable awl. It is another multi-tool for, I think, in modern applications for a lot of other things. You can use it as a kind of a dull blade, but it is still a little sharp, so do watch out. But you can use it as kind of a utility blade. It's a great awl too. If you need to make a hole in something, it's perfect for that as well. In a survival situation, if you need to use it for any kind of sewing application, it's very capable in that point as well. And then I'll get into the micro tools. And then the toothpick, which I don't think a lot of people find a lot of use for. Some guys do. I don't particularly use it for my teeth. I do find it handy to have something like this. If you ever need to get into something, use a toothpick for something to get in there. It's plastic, so it won't break things if you're using gentle things. So I think it's great. There's also other tools that you can replace that you can put in here. There's some fire tools. I think you might be able to fit a pen in here as well. And then the tweezers. Tweezers, same thing, not very heavy duty. There are some mods I've seen, nothing too crazy, or some things that I would implement myself. But if you're ever interested in that, I would just look up tweezer alternatives and see what comes up with. Overall, I think this is a great knife. I think the thickness of it to carry on a daily as an EDC is pretty good. The price point is really great. I think the last time I checked, from Victorinox, brand new, it was around the $30 to $35 mark. They have this is I think they sell a lot of these, but it's also a pretty popular one. So they do have some limited edition ones. So if you're looking for that, they do come out with limited edition ones. I think last time I looked online, they had a limited edition with a flashlight on it that was different. But I think it's a great starter for anyone that might be looking to get a Victorinox. Another thing I wanted to comment too, that actually when I was taking a look at this the other day, there's actually a pinhole here too. So if you wanted to add a pin to this, you could. Mine didn't come with one, but I did notice that this one does have a pinhole. It's not a plus grip. If you know what those are, it comes with a pen and a pin. I think they come on the compact and some of the other models, the more robust ones, I guess you would say, or a little fancier one or something. But overall, I think this is a great knife. As I said, I think it has a great tool set capability for every day. It's got a bottle opener for your drinks, a screwdriver, which you probably use the most. I think that using the Phillips, once you've learned how to use the Phillips on this, it comes in really handy. Same thing, this blade can come in really handy. Pocket screwdriver, a little mini screwdriver here. The scissors are really capable, but I think it's also the size. So I think for the amount of tools that it has, the size is real manageable and fair, easy to pocket. With the pocket clip, that's the way I like to carry it. And I think it's affordable. And I think it's if you're a collector, that's definitely one to have. I think, if you're trying to get into it, see if you would want to maybe carry a Victorinox, I think this would be an easy way to get going before you get into some of the more expensive models. And I think it's a good mid-size, right? Because I think, there's a compact and there's a few that are a little smaller that might be a little easier to carry, but then I think that some of the tools are not as capable. Do I think, are there better ones for other situations? I think so, yes. I think, if you're going outdoors, I think there's some other ones I would suggest over the Climber. I think if you're looking for a more techie one, or one that's maybe a little more capable or a little bit bigger that you might want to throw in the briefcase, I think there's some other options on there. But I think for an EDC, if you're looking to gift this to somebody that's maybe getting new into it, or if you're just looking for a good daily, losing this $30 isn't that bad. If you want, I actually like this so much, I actually just ordered another one. Since this one has my name, I'm gonna kind of keep it more in the drawer and stop keeping it in my rotation, and then I'm gonna modify the other one that I have coming. So as you can see, I like it so much that I actually ordered another one to throw back into my EDC rotation. But yeah, guys, that's my video of the Victorinox Climber. If you guys dug the video, please hit me up with a like. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, I plan to do some more videos on Victorinox and a whole bunch of the knives that I have and the ones I really like. So hit the subscribe if you're interested. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.